Heya Bodacious Beasts. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Scottyallenday. I cover topics of the past, present, future, and unknown. Well, I live in Portland, Oregon. Yeah, that Portland, Oregon. A lot of people like to call us Little Beirut, but it's always been like that. So, I kind of like to just do a little bit of a vlog about where I've lived, where I've grown up, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I have not necessarily been here all my life. For about 8 years, I was outside of the state. I lived in Boston, Massachusetts, and I lived in Nashville, Tennessee, and I lived in Orlando, Florida. So, this has been my home state. I mean, it's grown substantially. Some of the busiest parts of the cities used to be farmlands. Some freeways never even existed. And, it just used to be a fun place to just go everywhere. So I think I'm going to talk a lot about the fun, some of the memories that I've had that have changed since then. So, let's start off. I mean, this is about one of the best places in the country to live if they can get things fixed around here. If you're a mountain person and love to go and ski and snowboard in the wintertime, this is the place to come. You have two wonderful mountains. You have Mount Bachelor, you have Mount Hood. Mount Bachelor, they do a lot of the U.S. Olympic runs. Mount Hood, they do a lot of U.S. Olympic runs. Some of the best skiing you could ever have out here. You have ski bowl if you want to go snowshoeing and cross-country skiing and tubing. In the summertime, everybody goes mountain biking, hiking, camping, and the like up here. I mean, even horseback riding. They have hundreds of horse camps up here. So, if you love the mountains, this is the place to come. When it comes to fall foliage, this place is beautiful. Even though I would probably say Washington is much more beautiful because of all the apple orchards changing color. Well, apple orchards, the hazelnut orchards. Yeah. I had to think for a minute there. But it's beautiful in the fall. You just have to know where to go. They don't promote the fall around here too much, but okay. So if you don't like the mountains, suppose you must love the beach. We have the entire coastline, the Oregon coastline. You can just spend a day on the beach. It'll be a little bit chilly in the northern part, but in the southern part, that's what we call the banana belt. And you have wonderful weather down there, just about year-round. Also, down on the beach, we have some of the most wonderful dunes to go and just take a sand rail and just go for miles. Or take a dune buggy and just go and play. And I've seen hundreds of dune buggies out there on those out on those dunes. It's just a fun coast. And then if you like your crab, if you like your seafood, it's all up and down the coast. Oregon boasts quite a few casinos, but I'm not really a gambling person, so I'm not really going to talk about it, but they have a lot of good concerts inside of those casinos. Not to mention, we have thousands of concerts around the state during the summertime. One of our breweries out here, McMiniman's, has two big fields that they do concerts every single weekend. The zoo right in front of the elephant pen, they do concerts every single weekend. And then just about every single town around Portland has local bands to perform on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights. You got lots of live entertainment. Something that's quite rare. So, between the live entertainment and the concerts and the beach and the mountains, you also have the desert. If you like hot, 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 but not Death Valley hot, not humid hot, just a nice dry heat, that's where you go. Go to Central Oregon. And then you also have your painted hills, your painted deserts, you have your rolling hills, you have lots of real old old-time homes, towns. You have abandoned towns. You have hills, you have valleys, you have canyons, you have wildlife everywhere. I mean, you can literally have a herd of elk run right in front of your car while you're driving at 12 o'clock in the morning. It's a great place to live. But man, they love to tax you. Everything about here is tax. It's expensive. It's expensive to live in Oregon. I think we're like about the third or fourth highest taxed state in the nation. Good place to live. Good place to vacation. I wouldn't say really good place to live because they're taking a lot of your income. I mean, they've taxed you so much that they're even taking a 0.1% of every single paycheck to go to mass transit. Don't let me get started on mass transit unless you figure that out yourself. If you Google it, you'll find out all about it. And I wouldn't really say it's the best transit system in the country. But let's get back to, we've got a lot of historical value around here. We've got Monoma Falls, which is one of the most photographed waterfall in the country. We have the second most active waterfall in the country, which is Willamette Falls. That's a man-made waterfall compared to Niagara Falls. So Niagara Falls is number 1, Willamette Falls is number 2. And probably the best time to come and see that waterfall would be early summer, late spring. Early summer, late fall. Early summer, you're going to see it just roaring, and then when it comes to late fall, it just barely goes over. It's wild. Camping, got miles and miles of places where you can be able to go camping. You can go hiking and camping everywhere. Miles and miles of hiking trails and motocross trails. We have lots of rodeo. We have stock car racing. We have the drag strips. If you're into classic cars, I can swear every single weekend you can find a classic car rally. But some of the things that are gone from this area that we enjoyed as kids was the drive-in movie theaters. We got 2 that hardly anybody ever go to. Roller skating rinks, we got 1. We have quite a few bowling alleys. Arcades, not so much. We have Wonderland Nickel Arcade, but they don't, all they are is those little ticket prize. I want some place that I can be able to go and pew, 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 drop a quarter in and just go. Old school Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, and Galaga, or pinball. Even though they have a pinball museum up here, but hey, it used to be everywhere. And then they used to have nightclubs everywhere. They used to have bars everywhere. Now downtown is totally dead. Nightlife is no longer existent down there. Well, from the news, you guys know what happened down there in Portland. But if you really want to know what Portland is like year-round, it's gray skies from the middle of November till the end of May. You very rarely see the sun poking through. But if you like that, and you like it, it not necessarily rains all the time, it's just very, 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 very cloudy. But if you like that, cool. Music scene really up here is not really that big. We're like stuck in the middle between LA and Seattle. Seattle's music scene has died quite a bit too since the 80s. But LA, you can still go and enjoy the music. But like I said, in the summertime, you have all kinds of acts that come up here and perform. You got some headliners. You have some B-list headliners. Our comedy clubs are gone. We don't have any more comedy clubs. We have thousands of different Broadway-style theaters, but it's quiet. Might be quiet just about everywhere you go now, but this is Portland. Most people are becoming shut-ins in Portland. So I hope one of these days I can be able to go somewhere else for just a little bit more sunnier. The sunshine brings the smiles out of people. Sunshine and the warmth bring smiles out of most people. But that's my take on Portland. I'll probably do another video a little bit later on, just as I get a little bit more comfortable with the camera. But I figured I'd let you know, where I live. Oh, and by the way, we have a lot of whitewater rafting and kayaking rivers. But the more I start thinking about it, the more prepared that I start getting for my videos, I'll probably do another video on this is my hometown, Portland, Oregon. What do you think about this video? I did a freestyle. I didn't write anything down. I just went right from memory. Do you like it? Drop a comment in the comment section below. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that sub button. Till next time, keep rocking.